I took the election very, very, very hard. It was the first time I think I've ever cried over a political race, and maybe the fifth time in my life I've ever cried. For close to 15 months, I was screaming to anybody on air or off air that Donald Trump's mentally ill. The man is mentally ill. It's aggressive personality disorder. You can read all about it. Everything he does is going to be driven by that instant feedback you get on Twitter. And I just thought people would see what I saw. My daughter, Katy, is the NBC News reporter following Donald Trump, almost as a kind of a fun look at this interesting, quirky candidate. And during that campaign, she herself was a target of his harassment. And the harassment was so dangerous that the United States Secret Service provided her special agents for her protection. My daughter's not a very tall woman, and this bully from the stage directed the wrath of his followers and riled them up against her. That's passion plays. Hitler did this. He demonized the media. Trump was just using my daughter with no regard for her own personal safety. And this is a man whose primary responsibility is the protection of all Americans. That's how dangerous this man is. And if you don't see it, you're not paying attention. My daughter's very brave. She's sharp. She is the pebble in Donald Trump's shoe. She stands up. She tells it like it is. She speaks the truth, and Trump doesn't like it. And he specifically, of all the reporters, he targeted my daughter. I am so proud of her. I thought it was finally going to happen for us, but the reality is we're exactly where we were 20 years ago now with Trump. It's not just trans community, it's the sane community. It's people that care about this country and what we stand for and what the Constitution means. He's kicked women down to the curb, blacks, Hispanics. We all have to fight all over again. All the civil rights battles that our grandparents and parents fought, we have to fight again. You cannot allow this to happen. If you care about this country, if you care about its Constitution, if you want to stomp out misogyny, xenophobia, homophobia, transphobia, all the isms, you need to join the resistance. I'm recruiting you, the same way Harvey Milk recruited LGBT people in San Francisco. We have to get involved. We cannot be complacent. We have been complacent too long. We are looking at 1938 all over again. And the sad thing is, not everyone realizes it. You'll see more violence go on. Donald Trump will not stop it. Donald Trump will always pander to his base. He cares more about Twitter numbers than human beings. To think that Mike Pence, somebody that openly advocated for the death of gays and lesbians, would be sympathetic, would have be somebody that cares about LGBT rights? Give me a break. We are fighting for our lives. These people are fascists, man. I would tell the transgender community, in light of Donald Trump, that you need to be careful. Transitioning is really it's really the last resort. You know, if there's no other means for you to be happy, there's never a wrong time to do the right thing. And that right thing is coming out. But be sure, because once you come out, you're not going back in. Understand the community, the world they're coming out in. You're going to find resistance, people that don't like you just because of who you love or how you express your gender, your identity. When you do come out, you have a responsibility to others, those behind you, those still trapped in the closet. We need to go out and educate people, tell people who we are, that we have the same dreams, the same goals, the same aspirations. We're not unlike them. If you're LGBT and you want to support our community, support the ACLU. They have done more to support us than any other organization. That's where I send my money when I want to make a contribution to help my community, to help my country. For all of us, LGBT, women, Hispanics, people that worship differently, all of us need to be united against fascism. Make your voice heard. Do not go quietly into the night. You count. You're a person, a human being. This is not about Democrats or Republicans, conservative or liberal. This is about sane and insane. It's about black, white, the dark side versus the force. I used to date Carrie Fisher.